Hi, I'm Kelsey.
I'm Drew.
This is Finn.
Tell me where you got the dog, what was going on with the dog, where you got it, why did you get the dog? Let's hear a little bit of background on Finn.
Finn came from Powell Area Humane Society. We adopted him about 4 months after I had put my dog down that I've had since I was 12. Very connected to him, so I was really excited to get a new dog. We got him out and fell in love with him, and then they told us he was deaf.
Did you realize that when you got him, that he was deaf?
Not when we pulled him out to play with him.
No, when you pulled him out to play with him, okay.
So they asked us, oh, is it on the card up front? We said no, but we loved him even more because of that. So we brought him home and we got him into kennel because we had to go somewhere. We came back and our house was completely destroyed.
Completely destroyed. Curtains down, right? So the dog had some huge separation anxiety.
Huge.
But your biggest challenge was trying to figure out how you were going to communicate with him.
Right.
Okay. So you guys are using an e-collar on the dog. Tell our viewers, how do you guys see the e-collar and how does the dog understand the collar is coming from you? So kind of explain that in your own words.
The collar is a way for us to communicate to him because otherwise, unless we didn't have any commands or anything that he knew how to follow without the collar, he knows it's coming from us because we started with just kind of exercises to get him to know that it was okay to use and that it's not hurting him, it's just a communication tool.
Right, so for you to be able to communicate to Finn, we had to teach him sign language or body language, correct? But for even body language or sign language to work for you, you had to get your dog to look at you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what the challenge was, all right? So you guys were pretty frustrated in the beginning because you couldn't figure out how you were going to communicate with this dog.
Right.
All right, so can you kind of turn around, and we're just going to kind of give a human visual what that looks like. So just turn around and look at your kitchen. And now I want you to just tap your wife on the shoulder. And she's going to do what when you tap her on the shoulder?
Look at me.
Turn around and look at him. Okay, so basically that's the way we're using the collar. So the dog understands that the tap is coming from them, right? They tap the dog on the shoulder. The dog stops, turns around, and looks at them. And now they'll be able to communicate to their dog through the body language, the sign language that we're teaching the dog. So in 3 lessons, what have you been able to do with this dog?
We've gotten him to sit, lay down, stay, stop jumping on our counters, walk pretty much without a leash, and just pay attention to us. Okay.
Do you mind giving our viewers a little example of what he can do?
Sure.
Go ahead and just have him do a sit and a down. So when she taps the button, you see the dog stops and looks at her. Very good. And now a down. Now, folks, this dog is 100% deaf. Very nice. Using the collar to get the dog's attention. Go ahead and release your dog. Very good. All right, so let's go show them you're waiting at the door. So she's going to make Finn sit while she walks out the door. Because Finn used to bolt out the door, right, when the door opened?
Yes.
Look at this, folks. And ask your dog to come to you now. Very good. Look at that, folks. No voice commands coming from the owner. All right, so we're going to demonstrate Finn's walk. How many people do you think can get their deaf dog off leash?
No.
Very few. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and demonstrate a walk for us? So as you can see, we have a long leash on the dog, just in case the dog goes to take off. But anytime she needs the dog's attention, she just taps the button, and the dog will follow her. The first thing we had to teach the dog, the tap was coming from her. It's not a bug on the dog's neck. It's not some little invisible leprechaun that's tickling the dog. And that's all it is, folks. It's just a tap on the shoulder, saying, hey, I'm over here. I'm going this way. And there again, she taps, she turns directions. The dog looks for her and sees that she's walking the other way and follows her body language. So who would you guys recommend for your dog training needs? Thank you, folks.